All right, what's up, ladies? So I'm gonna take you through this upper body workout to show you a couple things. One, that you're stronger than you probably think you are. You can kind of compare your weights to my weights and see what you're capable of doing. Two, rest time on an upper body day to get more MEPs from Myzone. Definitely have my Myzone for this today. And I've designed this in a way to start off our upper body, getting our heart rate up, and then hopefully kind of maintaining that throughout the workout. So this first little part is pretty intense, and we'll just get started. On this one, we did 4 rounds. I ran a lap, which is 0.25 on your treadmill, and then you get down and do 25 push-ups. I call this the 100 workout because after this, you've done 100 push-ups and you've run 1 mile. So really for time, try to push yourself on the run. A good run pace for me, I start out at 8.5 to loosen up, and then normally I'm up to 9.5, depending on how bad I want to get this over with. I think on my last one I ended up at 9.5 just because I was so tired. So yeah, so you're just gonna run as fast as you can. If you're not a runner, then walk it. Don't really take this as like I have to run 9.5. The idea is that you're pushing yourself, getting that heart rate up and earning as many MEPs with your Myzone. So once I'm done with this, then I'm gonna get down on the floor and do push-ups. With my push-ups, I tried to do as many as I could on my toes. My upper body was shot. And so I think I got to 15 on my toes on this first one, and then I dropped to my knees. But again, just going through it and pushing yourself as much as you can. And that's the goal. So after this first round here, I'm gonna show you a sped up version of this. I do stop the treadmill on this first round, but then after that, Logan shares the treadmill with me, and we don't stop it. We just hop off and he trades. So because we were trading, there was a little bit more rest between, but it was kind of needed because I was dying. So this is round 1. With these push-ups at some point, really just trying to keep moving and get through them as much as I possibly could. So really quick here, I also am pulling up my Myzone app to see where my heart rate is. This gym doesn't have the TVs, so I'm pulling it up on my phone. And what I really want to do is I want to make sure that I'm still in color before I rest too long. And that's one way that you can earn the most MEPs, is keeping an eye on your rest periods and trying to push yourself. If you're in the low 60s, get back to work. Okay, our next superset, we're going to do a landmine shoulder press and then alternating dumbbell curl. Notice I am grabbing the dumbbells already and setting them by the landmine. That way I can go from one to the other really quickly. That's another goal of keeping my heart rate up with Myzone and earning as many MEPs. So get everything situated and then just hammer it out. Now we are doing 10 reps on both of these. So you want a little bit heavier. The last few reps should always be difficult. And with landmine, you're going to square up to the bar and really try to avoid swinging your hips to use that as momentum. You want all your shoulder with this. You can see that mine are kind of moving a little bit, but 10 reps, that should be kind of what it looks like a little bit, is struggle. So 10 reps here, and then we're going to go to alternating dumbbell curl. Alternating, you should be able to lift a little bit heavier because you can lean into it a little bit. And so I think I started off with 20s and then I went up to 25s. Again, not using my weight as like I have to do this, but just to show you that you could potentially be stronger than you really think you are. Okay, so here I'm going to pick up my dumbbells and do alternating curl. And this one's nice after the run. It's a little bit less taxing on the cardio aspect, but my muscles were burning just as bad in this one too. And I was sweating from the run. So you keep your heart rate up pretty good with this, but you do get a little bit of a rest. So with these dumbbell curls, try not to swing again, all in the muscle, no hips, and bust it out. So I want to quickly talk about this. I go and grab a 5-pound plate and then I grab my wrist wraps. Wrist wraps really help your wrist just feel supported. I put them on for any upper body like shoulder, chest press, or anything like that. I didn't use them on the push-ups earlier, but my wrist was feeling a little weak here, so I went and grabbed them. And I'll put the link down in the description if you want to get some. I really like this one, so this brand of wrist wraps. So I also added more weight. The first 10 reps were difficult, but I felt like I had more than 1 or 2 reps in the tank after I hit 10. And if you ever feel like you have 1 or 2 more reps when you hit the maximum of your reps called in the workout, then go more. So I just added a 5-pound. It does get a little bit difficult, but that's the benefit of having a spotter. And also, if you don't have a spotter on this one, you just use your legs a little bit. You just kind of like do a little push press with your legs, but try to push yourself. 10 reps should be fairly heavy. All right, so one more muscle building superset here. We're gonna do a low cable row with a rope, and then we're gonna flip over immediately and do an overhead extension. So there's a couple things I wanna mention about these 2 exercises. One, ladies, when you do a row, the weight you're gonna use for your back is a lot bigger and heavier than you think it's going to be. So you can see here that I'm going to 80. And I even underestimated myself because I ended up going up to 100. But your back covers your whole back and you can do a lot more than you think. So do what you think times 2, okay? All right, so here we're just gonna pull the rope into our rib cage, squeezing our shoulder blades together. And then because your triceps are a smaller exercise, I went down to 40. On this first one, you're gonna rotate over and you can stand split stance like I am right here, or you can stand side by side. I can never make up my mind. I hate this exercise. It feels so awkward to me. So both stances just feel super weird to me no matter what. But try not to get your ponytail and try to extend your arms straight all the way. And you'll notice I'm even turning my hands out a little bit at the top to really engage my tricep. Pretty quick exercises here. We're just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. You get a little bit of rest. Now, if I were doing this by myself, I probably would only rest about 30 seconds, maybe 40, but then I would just get right back into it. So I am using my wrist wraps again on these. I think I just didn't take them off. You don't really need wrist wraps on this. The tricep extensions maybe, but you're good. So yeah, good luck with this one. The next one's a doozy. All right, so if you're one of the lucky ones that are doing this workout from my workout app, make sure you watch the video on the wall runs. I give you many different options and I coach you through how to progress through all of those different options and which one's beginner and advanced and so forth. So wall runs are really good for your shoulders, core, and your cardio because your heart rate goes through the roof when you're doing these things. So yeah, I do 4 in this workout, and pretty much you just try to get as vertical as possible. When I'm coming back down, I slide my feet. I don't really step, I just kind of slide down. I do bring my feet all the way to the floor. Sometimes I even go to my knees to take a second, and then I try to do another one. So After that, we're going to do a single arm rear delt fly. Now, single arm, just like our dumbbell curls, remember how we did alternating? You can go a little bit heavier when you're doing a single-sided exercise. So if you normally do these with 10 with both arms, go ahead and grab a 15, grab a 12. Trust me, you'll be able to do it. I'm holding my stomach here. I'm just helping myself remember to engage my core so that I'm not swinging all over the place. That just helps me keep in mind of what my goal is doing. Ladies, really get comfortable with sticking your butt out with these. You can't see my low back, but I want your low back straight, and you're gonna do that by sticking your butt out. So really squeeze your core, stick your butt out, and then just take the dumbbell out to the side. This is gonna focus on the rear delt, which is the back of your shoulder, and then the wall runs are gonna trash the front and the lateral shoulder. So good luck with this one. Yay, you've made it. So this is the last superset of the workout. And this workout calls for a lat pull down on a machine, but that was taken, so we just used the cable. And then I grab a ball and we're gonna do ball jacks. You'll notice today it's very shoulder heavy. I love shoulders, and so that's why I put a lot of them in this workout. So when you get to this point, the ball jacks are very taxing on your shoulders, but you just try to push through it. We did back exercise yesterday, so these lat pull downs, you're gonna see me severely struggle. My back was super sore. I also didn't have my grips on, so my hands were slipping, and there's so many excuses. I was just tired, and this is really hard. So I definitely went lighter on this. Keep in mind too, like as the exercises towards the end of your workout, you are going to be weaker just because you're tired. So don't get discouraged if you're like, oh, I know I can do heavier than this. Like, listen to your body, still push yourself, but understand that your body went through a lot to get to this point in the exercise. So I did not do that. I did my normal pull down weight. Actually, I did lighter than my pull down weight, and look at how bad I'm struggling. We did pull-ups yesterday, so I did as many as I could. I'm like, nope, that's not happening. So then I lowered it, and then I did it again, but I am so dead. I even still struggle after I lower it, but just keep that in mind. Really using your back muscles. Lean back with your lat pull down, keeping your chest up. Number one thing I always see women do is that they always try to round their shoulders to pull the weight towards them, but you want to really keep that chest out to engage all your back muscles and squeezing your back together. So really minimal rest between these two. Last one, so just try to bust it out, and then you're free after this. That's it. Check out our Myzone review. This workout was 1 hour, 101 reps, and average heart rate of 122. If you don't have a Myzone, check out the link down below for a $50 off voucher. You are done! Way to go! I hope you really enjoyed my upper body workout. Make sure you hit subscribe and like on my YouTube channel. And hey, while you're at it, follow me on social media at Allie Smith Figure.